All right, welcome back to Off the Tap. This week is episode 23, and we're doing St. Arnold's Summer Pills.
Ah, it's not a twist off.
Oh,
It's not?
It's not a twist off.
well, so you're not. I'm the only one that can make the sound this week. Everyone, listen.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
I wish I could bite it off of my teeth.
That's not
Dude,
very good
you
for
should-
your teeth.
You should take the cap off of it and then do the tornado chug. You know, where you swirl it and just like down the whole thing.
I just dented my desk. Okay, carry on. I'll be right back. Get a bottle opener.
All right,
Yeah.
I feel like that if I ever did that tornado thing, I would just chip my teeth. I would go to twist it and just smack my tooth and chip it.
You know which one I'm talking about? That video where the guy I sent you, he's got a mullet, just the most badass handlebar stash you've ever seen. He does the cigarette flip and then the swirl chug.
No, he does the cigarette flip and then flicks his hair in the back. Flicks the
Yeah.
mullet.
Yeah, but when I'm talking about when he opens the bottle, right? He opens the bottle and the cap's just sitting right here, and he just goes,
Yeah.
and his tongue's out.
Oh man, that guy's a legend, straight up, dude.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
So summer pills
Good
got a
into
fun
it.
can.
Oh, it does. It's how did you describe it? Very Easter-like.
Yeah, it's got all the light
Pastel.
greens, the blues, pastel. That's the word I was
It
looking
smells
for.
like a fart.
Okay.
I just opened it. It totally smells like fart.
No, you're just smelling mine.
Oh my god.
This does not smell like a fart. That's a lie. It smells like a Pilsner, is what it smells. It smells like, I don't know.
It doesn't smell like a bad fart. It just smells like it. It smells
tastes
like one of your
very-
own farts.
It tastes very light and airy, though. I love it.
Yeah. Have you had a
Has anyone
Pilsner
looked at
before,
that?
Andrew?
I've actually had this beer before.
Oh, you have. Yeah, I have too.
Mm-hmm.
I have not. It was good.
It's a
With
pretty good
safety.
beer.
I like it.
It definitely
wouldn't-
does scream summer. We're a little bit early on it, but it definitely
Yeah,
does
like-
scream summer.
Like
It
I
says
wouldn't
award
mind-
winning.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind drinking some of these bad boys. Like if I'm having to I'm mowing the yard, and then I get through an area and I'm sweating, and then all of a sudden my fiance comes outside and she hands me, a can of this beer, and I get to chug it, and it's refreshing.
Absolutely. I can dig that. That's a good vibe.
You know, we've never really discussed on this podcast before. So you know how like canned Coke tastes different than like plastic bottle Coke that tastes different than glass bottle Coke.
Yeah.
And we all know that glass bottle Coke
that
reigns
tastes different
supreme.
than a fountain
Right.
Coke. No, fountain Coke reigns supreme
yeah.
from McDonald's.
Well, McDonald's is different, dude. They put actual cocaine in there.
If I'm being completely honest, there's no better fountain drink than the gas station that's by my house.
Yeah,
That
dude.
place
Okay,
had the
no.
best fountain Pepsi of all time.
McDonald's Sprite, dude. Like somehow
Next
it's
level.
spicy. Like somehow their Sprite is spicy. Anyways,
They'd be dropping
we
their
ever-
buffalo sauce in the mix.
have we ever determined if a canned beer tastes different as the same beer in a glass bottle?
It does.
It definitely tastes different.
It does.
Which one's better?
I mean, listen, dude, I know that there is two of my family members that disagree with me on this, but I'm a bottle guy. I prefer to drink out of a... Now it doesn't matter for me, but when I could lift the drink up and, drink it, I prefer it out of a bottle.
Is it because it's got the little spiral at the end that would spiralize the beer for you in your mouth? Is that what brought you over to the bottles?
No. I just like
They don't all have that.
like the flavor of it more, but
I think that was just Miller Lite that had it.
Yeah, that was like the special Coors Light or Miller Lite or whatever.
they
I
don't
remember
even
when they
do
were
that
trying
anymore.
to
So.
like, why would you market in order to sell your beer? You market the bottle it's in.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
They
like one of
probably
those
sold
beers
a
where
lot of units from that.
it's like one of those beers where your
I mean,
beer
I
has to tell
remember
you
it.
if it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coors.
No,
Coors
I think the big debate about it was kind of settled whenever John Taffer talked about it. Y'all know the bar rescue guy.
Yeah.
He said on his podcast actually that canned beer is the best way to have beer.
Oh, really?
As opposed to like bottle. Obviously, draft is better if it's done right, if it's the right temperature and everything. But yeah, he said can is the better because you get a better pour out of a can, you get a better head out of it and everything.
Yeah, you do.
And I think also for like disposable reasons, a can is better. But I always liked the drinking out of a bottle more.
You know, I just kind of realized
another
that.
reason is because I like to finish the beer and then grab the neck of the bottle and just chunk the beer. You know,
Slang it
I didn't do that. I was just kidding.
somewhere deep
hated-
in the woods until it hits a tree.
What I hated about bottles was just whenever you throw them all away and they're in your trash can and
Clink,
it's just
clink, clink, clink.
around.
Mm-hmm. You know, I just realized that John Taffer is basically the American Gordon Ramsay.
We should have him on the
He's
podcast.
the beer Gordon Ramsay. Yes.
Yeah, he's the bar Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, he does food. Like, he's not the one that does food. He brings chefs in to do food and stuff. But
Yeah,
Y'all want me to talk to him, see if he wants to come on the podcast?
yeah. Give him a call. You got him on speed dial.
absolutely, that would be
Well,
the
he's
most
one of my
legendary-
favorites. He's one of my favorites.
Number 4 on speed dial. You got him.
That's disrespectful, bro. Number 1, easy on speed dial.
Yeah,
My
my
number
mom-
1's Keanu Reeves.
Wow.
If your number one's Keanu Reeves, then you're cooler than me.
Okay, we gotta get into whether or not we know our ABVs.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, what are we
I
thinking?
have not looked.
I haven't either. I haven't seen it. I have the picture of the front of the can, but there's nothing on the front
The
that I can see.
Pilsner. 5.3.
Okay, I'm
Probably
gonna
that's
go.
decent.
You go, Randall.
I was gonna go 5.4. So
I was gonna go 4 or 5.
okay, you're a lot lower than us.
I don't remember.
Drum
this
roll,
one being
please.
High. I don't remember this one being high.
Okay.
4.9.
Ooh,
Wait, what did you? Andrew said 4.5.
Yes, I'm.
y'all are
4
the
away.
same. Y'all are the same
Or
distance
the
away.
same distance.
What-
Rock, paper,
what-
scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper,
tiebreaker.
scissors.
Rock,
I'll
paper,
call
scissors.
it.
Tiebreaker.
One
papers.
round, okay?
Yeah.
We go.
Winner
Rock,
takes all.
paper, scissors, shoot. You know,
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep, ready?
All right, ready? Rock,
Rock,
paper,
paper,
scissors, shoot.
Scissors, shoot.
Haha!
Sean gets it.
Yeah, he's fucking for
Sean takes home the gold. He's the brewmaster again for this week.
That's awesome because I never win at rock paper scissors. I always go scissors first.
Now I know. He's
Now
giving
you
away
will
your
never
tactic.
I did because most people go rock first, and so the other person's expecting them to go rock, so they go paper. So I go scissors to beat them. It's triple reverse psychology.
Facts, facts, facts. All right, initial ratings for this one. How are y'all feeling about it? I'll tell you that I really love Pilsners. And the thing that I like most about Pilsners is the skunkiness of a Pilsner. I'm not sure if y'all have really ever had a good Pilsner like that, but so that's what I'm gonna base my rating off of. It is a really good beer, and I don't want to, take away from that, but it's not. It doesn't feel like a true Pilsner. And I'm gonna go 6.4.
So yours was like based on
really?
education. Yeah, his wasn't even based on taste. His was based on like they're calling it a pilsner, it's not a pilsner. What do you mean skunkiness? So a pilsner is supposed to smell like shit?
No. Well, I mean, technically, yeah, they smell like skunk,
Like
but
fart.
but they taste. I enjoy the taste of them, and I think the skunkier I've had, the better that they
And you were kinda
taste to me.
low.
I don't want to. Anyone that's listening, I don't want to tell you to not try this because it's actually a really good beer. It's not as pilsnery as I would like it to be. It's still really good though.
I'm going
It's-
8.6.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this beer is extremely refreshing. Like
It's light
whenever I'm
and
drinking
flavorful.
it, it's like it's making me feel like I'm drinking a nice ice cold water. Like that refreshing. It feels really good to drink.
It does go down smooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it 8.3.
Yeah, it's like Brita water.
I respect it.
None of that tap stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that nice filtered.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want that Flint,
It's-
Michigan water around here.
It's a really good beer. I just, it's not a true pilsner. I feel like it's more.
I spent several
like
months
light.
in the hills of the Pills, and in my time there, I lived with the tribe of Pilsners.
Urban
in the
pills,
hills?
Taught
taking
me-
pills.
Taught me all about the skunkiness of the Pilsner and how to be true to it. And from that knowledge, I'm
I'm
giving
out.
this a 6.5.
And
You can
because
now
of that
kill.
knowledge, I'm out. on Shark Tank now.
You know what that just reminded me of?
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember how it goes, but it's like based on Randall's initial rating of 6.5, he has to spend 4 weeks in the hills of pills. This is Drunk and Afraid.
Dude, that would be good.
That really would be a good show.
It's not, they don't send you out for like 21 days or whatever. They literally just get you super drunk and put you in the middle of nowhere and see what happens.
They just get you absolutely hammered and send you to an IHOP parking lot at like 3:30 in the morning.
I feel like this is what we should be doing to get YouTube famous. We should just.
This is how it happens right here.
Drunk and Afraid in Vegas. And we just do it in different cities.
Yeah.
Drunk and Afraid in the Conroe Outlet Center. You
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
being in the middle of nowhere, brother. I'll just drop you off in the
Yeah.
middle of that parking lot. You're going to be like, where in the hell?
No joke.
Y'all just like are recording from the bushes, and I'm walking around and y'all have the subtitles on, and me like talking to strangers, and it's like people at like the bus stop and like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know.
You're also naked. We just don't advertise it.
Oh no, you're definitely naked, and you have a satchel around your shoulder and everything. You get to take one item with you, and it's a bottle
You have
opener.
a fanny pack with beer in it.
Yeah, that's the only thing you are given is alcohol to make you even more drunk.
Yeah.
You got a beer belt and
We send out one drunk contestant for a night on the town only, with a 6-pack of blah blah blah. This is what happened.
No, they've got you attach straps to a keg, and then the thing is like a straw to your mouth, and you just walk around
Yeah.
the keg.
Instead of an O2 tank, it's just a beer tank.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
order to be set free, you must drink the whole keg.
Oh, good God. Oh man.
just
That does seem
vomiting
pretty
into
good.
a bush, and they're like, he's really gonna need to replenish his fluids after this. It costs a lot of water thrown up into that bush over there.
He
gonna have to
sees a
find a
puddle
water
on
source.
he sees a puddle on the side of the street. Will he
Is he
do
gonna-
it?
Is he going to jump
We need
into
to-
it and make a large splash?
have those-
Yeah, you
we'll
never
have
know
those-
what's gonna happen.
We'll have those facts that pop up on the bottom of the screen. Like we'll be doing St. Arnold summer pills, and at the bottom be like, fun fact, St. Arnold summer pills is 4.9% alcohol. If Andrew consumes 10 of them at once, he will die.
You will have a blood alcohol content of an estimated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on his height and weight.
Given
Yeah.
one slice of pizza before drinking,
we will have to be on teams.
we have
dude.
calculated that he will pass out from drunkenness in approximately 2.5 hours.
Pass out from drunkenness.
What's the scale they use on Naked and Afraid?
The primitive survival rating.
Yeah, the
PSR.
PSR.
Yeah.
We give you a DSR, the drunk survival rate.
That would be amazing. We'll put you through a test of challenges.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
obstacle
I think
courses
this
that you
would be
have
a
to go
really
through.
good, this would be a really good YouTube show.
It was like our challenges. Instead of like having to hike to your extraction point, you have to like talk to the police to get out of the scenario. And if you pass, then your DSR goes up, and you get to move on to the next
It's
checkpoint.
almost like the show Quantico. Like they're training him to be the CIA, and they give him a card. They're like, use this card.
Sorry.
You can tell.
Sorry,
So, like-
Andrew. They put you in handcuffs, and you have to run away. And if you can escape, then you get some extra points.
You gotta walk a straight line.
There's an obstacle courses of bushes and high wooden fences that if you climb over them, you can make it to the next level.
The higher
Yeah, each
fence
time you
the
do
higher
something
fence you
cool.
climb, the higher your rating goes.
Yeah, if you do something
Oh my
cool, you get a
God.
bonus ratings. So you run with you run away with the handcuffs on, and then you bum a cigarette from a homeless person, and you're like, wow, his drunk survival rating just went up 1.4 points.
Oh my God.
That'd be great, dude. That's a great YouTube channel. I see a lot of legal liability in it, but I think it's worth it.
We'll have some really good insurance.
I think we take the risk. To be
You have
honest.
your own insurance. I pay for that.
Yeah.
This is the waiver you sign. You have to sign a waiver before you can come on
Yeah.
our show, you know?
Soon
That'd
we'll
be
just have
good. It
people
would be even
writing
better
in.
if you could get
I'm Billy from Western Alabama.
yeah. I can
My police escape rate is 99%.
especially if I'm in my Tahoe.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm from Kansas, and we make the best moonshine in the country, and I got a higher rating. It's like a 9.7.
We got
He literally drinks an entire bottle of moonshine before he goes on the show.
we got 3 shows going at once. We got like drunken survival rating, live PD, and Florida Bama Shore, like all recording the same person.
Dude, and then we could even do what Naked and Afraid does, and where it's like the group challenge, where you send like a group of people out. Have y'all seen those ones?
No, I don't think so.
They have one where it's like it's like multiple episodes all strung together, and it's like 4 different groups of people that are all surviving in the same area. And like, I don't know, sometimes someone from one group will just be like, I don't fucking like that guy, I'm leaving and going to find another group. And they walk like 17 miles across the Sahara Desert to find another
Oh my god.
Like, God, Lord, dude, how freaking bad.
And that's Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
Huh,
But we could do that with
Man,
Drunk and
I thought of
Afraid.
another good idea.
Where you have
We
like
get
a
it-
group of 4 people, and we have like 3 groups of 4 people, and, you know, 1 cameraman with each group, and we just set them in like different parts of the city.
You know what I just
Yeah.
saw? Like
Wait
a
for
camera,
all the
like
bars to close except for one, and where they all merge together. That's the
what I
rally
just saw
point
was
or whatever.
a camera lens focusing, like in like it's you see it focusing in and out, and it's like blurry, and then it finally focuses, and it's just these 4 people in the middle of the jungle playing beer pong. No, but after it gets big enough, we should definitely do
God.
trading cards. You can get trading cards with like Dale from Kansas, and he's the moonshine maker.
Does Naked and Afraid do that? I feel like they should invest in that. Especially
you
with the card
just
craze
opened
going
up packs of drunk survival rating cards.
Yeah, and it's just got blurred out genitalia.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's just a bunch of blurred out genitalia.
If you get a holographic President Portnoy card, and it's worth like 10 grand.
The absolute goat. The freaking what's his name? Dana Beers.
Yeah.
Zillion Beers guy.
What's your other idea, Sean? You said you were about to say?
I was gonna say we go to like a, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a scenario where people just have coolers of beer. Maybe we'll be at the beach, right? There's like somewhere, yeah, I'll just call it the beach, right? And we give them one of those sharks that has like the trigger on it. You pull the trigger, it's connected to your handle. You pull the trigger, the shark's mouth closes.
Yeah.
Send him, and he has to like sneak up behind people and grab the beer from the cooler with the shark, and then he has to yell like "beer on" and run away.
Either that, or
Beer on.
he can only
on,
talk to
right.
people. He can only talk to people through the shark.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty funny. That's like an entire different game show. That's a spin-off of Drunk and Afraid.
highest grossing YouTube channel ever, right there.
More subscribers than PewDiePie.
Absolutely.
We should do it. We should do this. We should spend
good
the
idea.
hundreds of thousands of dollars to get all the equipment and everything.
Absolutely.
No, we can record it with a GoPro for the first few episodes.
You made it not fun.
I'm starting
Actually,
to
I already
GoFundMe.
have a
No.
GoPro. I have a. You made me say GoPro. I have a GoPro that we can use for it.
Sean does too, and then I do as well. So we can just all strap GoPros to our foreheads.
Our first contestant is Randall. That would be great.
We gotta get them too whenever they like pass out drunk, and there's just like, you know how the contestants in a Naked and Afraid have the freaking camera they can record their nighttime stuff. It's just a night vision camera strapped to a passed out drunk guy or girl, and that you just hear.
It looks like Andrew has found shelter in a 24-hour McDonald's.
Sir, excuse me, you can't sleep here.
It seems Sean has passed out. It seems Sean has passed out in the bar's restroom stall.
Again.
Again. Yeah.
Seems Randall has driven his chair into a group of civilians trying to safely walk by the bar. He lost control of the chair.
Oh my god. This is great.
There's multiple bruises
It really
on the
is a
civilian
really
shins.
good idea.
I like it.
I see what you're saying about the liability of, getting people messed up, but what's the fun? And if you don't, I imagine there's some liability in feeding people extremely hot stuff on hot ones,
Yeah, well,
You know,
that's the
you just-
waiver they signed.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll do the same thing, and then at the end, after they survive, they get to do one drunken advertisement for something for themselves.
All right,
Yeah.
we're rolling out the drunk carpet for you. What do you got going on? Well,
I'm going to a party next week.
next round's on me.
Um,
Let's go.
Yeah. Did you ever give this beer a rating?
Yeah, 8.3, bro. Listen.
8.3? Okay.
Sheesh.
Just trying to remember.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
My name's Sean. I don't listen to my own podcast.
No, I just don't listen to you.
Wow. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm starting to get really tired of the bullying that occurs on this podcast.
It's not bullying. It's called love.
It's friendly banter.
Words
there's
can
a
hurt,
difference.
man.
Yeah, what happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
I know that phrase just went out the freaking window, dude.
Oh man. Are y'all ready for this summer? Or what?
Absolutely.
Dude, we had a taste December yesterday. We went down to the pool before the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I
a little
saw that.
chilly. The pool was too cold to get in. But
Nippy.
that's why I'm very
Nipply.
excited for summer, because I'm the kind of person that, especially with me working, if I'm working remote and I get to stay at home, as soon as 5 o'clock hits, bam, making up a rum drink, bam, find me in the pool.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst time of the year for my liver health. But
Yeah, but then you have the rest of the year to kind of recuperate.
After summer, then you got Oktoberfest for me, you got Oktoberfest, and then after that it's Thanksgiving and Christmas,
Holiday
and New
season,
Year's, and then right after New Year's, I mean, you got Valentine's Day. You got to get drunk on Valentine's Day. You have to.
Right.
Spring
Are you ever
break is right after that,
Yeah.
and then
we're right back
after
in the
Easter,
summer. And then summer.
and then
Man.
what Cinco de Mayo? You're skipping right over Cinco de Mayo.
You're true. That's true. I should never skip over that holiday.
Man, I had
Yeah.
a long Easter weekend this year, dude. That
Yeah,
Easter
you did a lot
weekend
of
felt
stuff.
like it was like 2 weeks long.
It did feel pretty long. I didn't even do anything, and it felt long.
I wish
Yeah.
mine felt super long, so then I could not have to go to work.
Right.
Oh, what did you do over Easter weekend, John?
Well,
Just have a bunch of places to go, or what?
well,
You did a crawfish boil.
the in-laws came over and stayed with us all weekend until Sunday, and so
At the
we
apartment?
played. Yeah, we played. What did we do? Oh, we went out drinking on Friday, and then we played golf on Saturday morning. You know how tired golf makes you. By like
Absolutely.
hole 8, you're ready to
golf.
give up. And then we had to go to, or no, that was on Friday. And Saturday we had to go to our nephew's birthday party at Dave and Buster's. So that was fun. And then Sunday had a whole
Wait, her
crawfish boil and
nephew's
everything.
party at Dave and Buster's?
Yeah,
How
he's
old
like
is
8.
he?
I think he turned 9.
What a party, dude.
It was a great time. I got free food and everything.
Oh, yeah. I've never
And
been to
then
Dave
Sunday
and
we did
Buster's.
crawfish bowl. Dude, Dave and Buster's it's better than main event, except they don't have bowling or laser tag.
Oh, so it's
I
worse
wish
than
I've never been to Dave & Buster's either, but I hear it's like an adult main event.
No,
It's
that's what it
basically the
is.
exact same. I mean, the only thing adult about Dave and Buster's is that they have a bar area, and main event also has a bar area.
That's
So
true.
they're pretty much the same thing without bowling and laser tag. So
It's just the way they're marketed.
Dude,
yeah,
we should all go to main event, get completely sloshed, and play laser tag. That would be really fun.
we got a rolling shield.
Yeah, I was about to say. We'll just flip my trade to where it's like,
Blocking the
forward.
vest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put some reflective tape on it, so when someone shoots you, it shoots right back at them and gets them out.
It'll be like laser tag jousting. We'll get another person in a chair on the other team and just get in the middle of the ring, the middle of the map, whatever it is. Middle
The
of the
map,
room.
yeah.
God, I play too many video games, man.
I think we should make Randall we should take the thing off the ceiling that's the base and put it on Randall's chair so he could drive
A
the
moving
moving
base.
base for us.
Yeah,
I see someone go
absolutely.
down and I just drive to them. Man, I miss laser tag, dude. Laser tag was like my favorite thing to do growing up at those places, and I only got to do it like 3 times.
Dude,
I never got
At
to do
laser
paintball
tag?
though.
so you're talking about like the base, like that's on the ceiling or whatever, and you
Yeah.
shoot it to get points. I didn't know until like 2 years ago that you were supposed to shoot that thing to get points.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
And bro, I'd
Me
be
either.
like,
I don't
I'd be
know
like
what you're talking about.
75. I'd be like 75 laser tag kills deep with like 20 points, and I'd be like, dude, why am I at the bottom of the freaking
The leaderboard,
at
yeah.
the bottom of the leaderboard? And then I go in there next time after I learn what to do, and there's this little kid in the corner just beep 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 beep, beep shooting the thing for like 20 minutes straight, shooting the thing on the ceiling.
But I
And I
don't
was
like
like,
that.
oh.
How is that fun? That's not fun.
No, that's
you know?
Yeah, you
lame.
gotta-
That's not laser tag.
Yeah, it ain't laser tag unless you're in there in the pit throwing some elbows, knees.
Dude, I
stopping
remember
somebody's
one
ankle.
time
When you
I
run
was
over a
I'm-
6-year-old rounding a corner, then it's laser
Yeah,
tag.
yeah. You
Don't
make
apologize.
you make their
Oh,
nose
absolutely
bleed and
not.
stuff.
That's what, you
that
run
happened to
them
me
over
before.
and then go reload your gun. That's the way to do it.
I was sniping a bunch of people, right? And I had killed a bunch of people. So
And laser tag.
So they wanted
yeah.
to It's a laser game. And so they wanted to come kill me, right? So they sent the whole team to come kill me. So I took off running, rounded a turn, and they had sent someone to flank me, I guess. And I just my gun went right into this kid's face, and his nose was bleeding everywhere. Like my mom made me say I'm sorry. I wasn't sorry. I wasn't sorry.
I was beating their ass by myself. I'm not sorry. They
Sounds
tried
like
to
John Wick
ambush
4.
me, Mom.
Dude, I really want to play. Do you think I want to play laser tag again? But I wonder if it'll ever be the same with all this COVID stuff. Like if anyone even plays anymore.
I don't know. I mean, the adult
Dude.
version of laser tag is pretty much
Paintball.
Paintball. Yeah.
Shooting nail
And
guns at each
paintball-
other.
nope. We don't do those type of things.
No, that's called murder, Andrew.
Yeah.
Murder
Well, from a
tag.
distance, you just get enough distance away to where they got some arc on
No, it's
Dude,
still
paintball
a
would be fun.
nail.
them.
Well, they flip in the air, so it's most likely not going to stab you.
You got a 50% chance. Well, I don't know. It's not exactly 50%.
It's actually way less.
Yeah.
There's
No,
still
I
a
want to go play
higher
paintball again. We should go play
chance of
paintball.
death than anything else like that.
Did y'all ever do
Yeah.
airsoft wars growing up?
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We would have 20 people and have 5 squads.
Oh, I
had
never had that
20
many
people to
people.
play
It was
paintball
usually
with?
only 4 or 5 of us, and we were all solo dolo.
Dude, I'm an only child. I had to play paint or airsoft by myself.
Dude, we had all the kids in our neighborhood, 20 kids.
never
and
played
we
with
went
me,
to the
dude?
we went
No, I
You
don't
never
think
played
so.
at my house? Damn.
No.
we went to the retention pond in the back of the rich people's neighborhood, and there was woods and stuff back there. And we all had on camo and everything, dude. I guarantee people thought there was a military training camp for 12-year-olds going on.
I thought the best part about Airsoft Wars was whenever you had the pistol and you could hide behind something and hold the gun sideways and shoot it around whatever you're hiding behind because the bullet would curve up or
Yeah.
curve
It's
to the left.
wanted.
Yeah, you would just you'd stand behind something and just point it right around the edge and shoot it, and it would bend right at the person.
I had a $150 airsoft gun. It was a full metal M4.
Oh yeah, I had one of those too.
Wow.
And I replaced I put you on the pegs on a bike, the black pegs. I put one of those over the barrel so it looked like a suppressor.
Oh, mine came with a suppressor, dude. You didn't have a suppressor
ya?
in yours?
Yeah, I had
No,
the
it
cool
just
shit,
had that
bro.
it had that long orange tip, so I covered it up with the bike peg and then took a Sharpie and colored the outside so it looked like there was no
I
orange.
think that's illegal.
Yeah, no,
Pretty sure that's illegal.
it is, but I was also 12 and I no longer have the gun, so no one can come for me anymore.
It's no longer registered
Okay.
in my name. I
I'm
sold
glad.
it.
I'm glad I never played airsoft with y'all, dude. I only had pistols. That's all
You
I
probably
had.
had the spring pistols where you had to cock them each.
I did.
Absolutely, dude. That's the only pistol.
I never owned
No,
a CO2
I had the
airsoft gun.
blowback. I had the blowback CO2.
No, I didn't have the CO2 one. That's why my bullets curved so much, because it was the cockback one.
Yeah, dude, it's basically just a Nerf gun.
No,
with
your
smaller-
bullets
with smaller
curved.
bullets.
You were using the 12 gram pellets rather than the 20 grams.
Cheap ones.
Yeah, see, the cheap ones were the ones that curved because they were 12. They were 0.12 grams, and then you needed the 0.2 grams.
Yeah, but those are the most difficult.
The
to
white
use.
ones, you need the white ones. You know
They
what I
still
mean?
do that. Like I remember, well, when we were kids.
They
I
still
mean,
make
I say
airsoft
kids
guns.
up until we were
Well, maybe
up
not
until we were
anymore.
10, maybe 11. You know, you would go into academy, and they just have a whole airsoft aisle. Do they still have that?
I don't know.
No, my favorite place was the Gander Mountain airsoft section because they had the nice airsoft guns.
I never went to Gander Mountain.
Andrew pissed me off. He's like, yeah, I had the M4 CO2 loaded one. Hot, you freaking cheapo had the spring loaded pistol. Oh yeah, you went to Walmart. I got mine at Gander Mountain.
I bought it myself, you dick face. Okay? I mowed the yard until I saved up enough. Which
Just to
I
be
guess is
clear,
rich
you
people
couldn't-
props because most parents I guess would just make their kid mow the yard for free?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, this is your chores because I put a roof over your head and
Yeah.
food on your table. For me, it was like, yeah, we do that, but if you mow the yard, you can earn some extra cash. We'll pay you $20, so we don't have to pay the Mexicans $30 to do it.
Whoa.
I also actually had.
I did not mean that in a racist way. I mean, have you ever seen a white lawn crew? Just tell me the truth.
Yeah, I was one. Yes.
I've never seen one.
I abstain.
Okay,
Sean
well,
has
edit
worked
that out
with me
please.
as a lawn crew.
Can y'all edit that out?
No.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be misconstrued.
You know what? To me, was the most pointless airsoft gun of all time.
All of them.
Well,
No, the clear like mini AUG
the
with
shotgun.
the BBs.
Oh yeah.
What? Why are you gonna let someone get close enough to you with an airsoft shotgun
Yeah.
to be able to do damage to you?
I
You know?
remember that.
Like,
airsoft I had one of those.
most
airsoft
people
shots.
played airsoft like in
Did it even
their
go
backyard,
anywhere?
like kind of in the woods or something. You know, like
Yeah.
when is a shotgun useful? I mean, they only went like 10 feet. You know, it's not just sneaking
Yeah.
up on somebody.
Did you ever shoot someone in the eye?
No, we wore glasses every time when we played.
The one
Or I did.
I was gonna surprise this. We were riding the ripsticks in the driveway, and I was gonna surprise this kid and shoot him. And I had that electric mini AUG. You know the thing that was this big where you put the BBs in the scope part of the top,
Mm-hmm.
and it made like a eep 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 sound.
Oh yeah. Uh huh.
And,
That was perfect. That's exactly what it sounded like.
Yeah, how did you remember that so freaking clearly?
I don't know, but that's exactly what it sounded like. And so I rounded the corner, and he was further back than I thought. And I was like, well, I'm already exposed. I have to do this. And I shot, and the bullet curved up because it was one of the cheaper pellets. Hit him square in the eye. He said he couldn't see for an hour. Of course, we were, 12, and he was probably trying to make me feel bad. Or he couldn't actually see. And then,
Andrew's like, I
Now
rounded
you
the
actually
corner
feel
and I noticed that I was exposed. Like, bro, he had a ripstick. What was he gonna do? Like,
no, I mean
Let me
exposed.
just
to that,
wiggle
like,
over to him and
questions
punch
later.
him in the face.
the surprise was ruined. So I had to get him while he was surprised.
man, I'm never playing airsoft with you.
Did you ever do ripstick wars?
What are
Nope.
ripstick wars?
Where you riding on the ripstick, but you like right next to each other and try and slap the other person's ripstick with your ripstick and try and
I never-
knock them off?
I never owned a ripstick.
Dude, ripsticks were so lit.
Did you own a ripstick, Randall?
I had, yes, I did. I
Did
had
you really?
one.
I never had one.
I took
They
it to
were-
the skate park one time and people laughed at me.
Good. They should have.
And
Yeah,
then
I
I got
would've
my
never
skateboard
brought
out
it to a
immediately after.
I would have
It's
never
worse
brought
than a scooter.
I would have never brought a ripstick to a skateboard.
I took it just to see what it would be like, because I had skateboarded there multiple times. But I'm kidding, no one laughed at me, but I felt really weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Bro, if you tried to drop in on a ripstick, there's no way.
Dude, I
There's
tried
no
one
way.
time. You know the little quarter pipes at Kazmierski back in the day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I dropped in on the ripstick on that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I almost ripped my ankle in half, but I did it.
Dude, it's like dropping in on a shopping cart. Like
I'm
on the
telling
front
you,
two
bro.
wheels of a shopping cart.
Yeah, dude. I did it, and it terrified me to the point that I never did it again.
Oh, you want to hear a story about the skate park? A fun story?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this is like my greatest redemption story. Like, you've seen Friday Night Lights. You know, you've probably seen Hardball. Well, this is my Hardball story.
I've
Right
never
here.
seen Hardball. I've seen Friday Night
Alright.
Lights.
All right, it's a good movie. You should watch it. Anyways, so I'm at Kazmierski Skate Park, just hanging out by myself.
Yep.
You know, and I'm dropping in, hitting the tabletop, 50-50 in the other quarter pipe, just doing my thing. And this little kid runs up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, you suck." And I looked at him. I'm feisty at this age. I'm like, "Oh, yeah? Well, you, all right?" And he was like, "You want to play skate then?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can beat you at skate."
Your
And he's
mom's
like,
a hoe.
and he's like, all right. Well, I go first. I bet you can't even do this. I go first, right? So to paint a word image in your brain, right? You have a quarter pipe, concrete, tabletop, and then another concrete, and then another quarter pipe. That's a half pipe. A quarter pipe is just from it just goes from the pipe to the ground, just for drop in, right? So it's quarter pipe, tabletop, quarter pipe, right? And so he drops in.
What's a tabletop? Is it just flat?
I call it a fun box.
Yeah, it's a ramp that goes up to a flat top, and then there's a ramp on the other side. So you go up.
Okay, so you've got like a little drop in, a little ramp up to a flat thing, to a ramp to another.
Yes, to another quarter pipe.
Gotcha.
Right. So this kid's like, watch, bet I could beat you right here. You can't do this. This is a S, easy. And I'm like, okay. So he drops in, goes over the tabletop, hits the other quarter pipe, 50-50s. His board slips, falls off all the way down the quarter pipe, snaps his wrist in half, and he starts crying. And he starts crying, and his dad runs over there, and he's like, Daddy, my wrist. And it's like, it's all mangled, dude. And his dad carried him off, and the ambulance came, and I walked over to my dad, who was there with me, and I was like, I think I won.
As soon as that happened, the kid started screaming, I was like, you lose. That's an S, bitch.
Bro, that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, that's my redemption story. I was like, yeah, this is my story. When someone walks up to me and they're like, hey, bro, you suck. I'm better than you. Watch this.
Suck.
Bam. Wrist snap. I was like, yeah, take that, bro. I didn't have to do a trick.
Oh, my God.
I've never had anyone just like look at me and go, you suck. I'm better.
Yeah, bro. It might have been Randall.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
You ever break your wrist, Randall?
No, I didn't actually. Came close a few times, but I didn't.
Yeah.
We call him ACL tear.
ACL tear. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, you go to the skate park. You go to, like, your dad would take you to the skate park, and he'd be like, all right, son, have fun. And he'd sit in the back of the truck and have a couple beers, and watch. You go to the skate park with your mom, and she's got you in knee pads, wrist pads, a helmet, like shin guards, special shoes.
My mom would never let me go to the skate park.
My dad would be better at the skate park than me.
Yeah. And you think, like, you're like, oh, Mom, I can't wear this. All these kids are going to make fun of me. And then, like, now if you went to the skate park and saw the other kids that you thought were going to make fun of you, like, you really had nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
You know?
Those kids that you were worried about making fun of you are still at that skate park?
Yeah. But when I was 8, in my mind, Ryan Sheckler and Tony Hawk were there at all times, you know?
Oh, yeah. And Rob
Ryan Sheckler saw me in a helmet, then it was game over.
Well, my thing was that, like, I was watching Fantasy Factory and Robin Big and stuff, and, like, Rob Dyrdek wasn't wearing pads.
Exactly.
You know, I didn't want to wear pads. Tony Hawk always wore pads when he was on ramps and stuff, so.
Well, that's because he would get, like, 10 feet of air doing a 720.
Okay, that's like, understating how much air he would get. My God.
Yeah.
He jumped. Oh, no, that wasn't him that jumped over the Great Wall of China. Who was that?
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't remember his name.
Exactly.
Can you imagine having the freaking balls to jump over the Great Wall of China?
So did he ollie it?
No.
So then he didn't jump it.
He was sitting still. He was sitting still on one side, ollied and landed on the other side.
Yeah, he didn't jump it. He just rode down a ramp and the ramp jumped it for him.
He went from ground level, ollied over, and landed on ground on the other side.
Freaking Mongolians.
Yeah, like the ramp jumped it for him. He didn't jump it.
Ryan Sheck was just out there giving all the Mongolians a skateboard, telling them how to get over the Great Wall of China.
Stupid Mongolians.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, that's good. No, he did a mega ramp where he freaking rode down and shot
jumping. That's not jumping anything.
Okay, you do it.
Yeah, it is.
No.
You think Evel Knievel just did a pop shove it on a dirt bike over 12 buses?
No. On a dirt bike, he's hitting.
Don't you dare say it's different.
It's literally the same thing, and you're not even motorized.
I don't know, man.
You're literally going like 80 miles an hour on a skateboard, bro.
Yeah. You ever seen a speed wobble?
Yeah. For real. I usually get those going 2 miles per hour.
I don't know.
And if anyone's interested, you can go and check out our social media account, or later I'll be posting Randall's video where he had the speed wobbles and fell into the grass.
Okay, that time I was going about 35, 40, probably that time high key.
On a penny board, so it's acceptable.
I was actually going?
Probably 35 miles an hour.
I wish we would have had that Snapchat filter back then where it would tell you how fast something was going.
On a penny board. This isn't a skateboard or a longboard.
Yeah,
this thing was a foot long.
It was
It's
the
that-
size of a Subway sandwich.
I remember going
It was a
35.
Subway sandwich on wheels. That's what it was.
It was.
It was a cold cut combo.
It was.
No, I
and
had-
the combo was
I-
my
I-
ass to the grass
I remember going 35 miles an hour down.
on flip flops. By the way,
Oh god, dang.
They were re-flip flops, so basically tennis shoes.
John, do you remember when I was going like 35 miles an hour down the mountain because we were trying to stay on the greens and one of them deaded it into a blue and I went down it and I didn't know how to stop the snowboard yet.
Yeah.
So the only thing Sean had taught me to do is how to stop. Well, I went to go to stop at like 35 miles an hour. It caught and I just slipped down the freaking mountain.
just ate it. That's
Oh, man.
dude.
That was fun. Dude.
I still, if I had, I don't think I have those shorts still, but there's a huge grass stain on those shorts still to this day.
Were they teal?
No, they were the
teal
gray
shorts?
ones. They were my gray,
Gray?
ones that I
Okay.
had.
I remember distinctly.
Man, dude,
I don't
Like
know.
a stone,
Ass
like a stone light gray.
Yep.
the snowboarding adventure that Andrew's talking about, like first day we get there, Andrew's never been snowboarding before. Caleb was also with us. He'd been once before maybe. And we're like going down this little green, you know, like getting everyone used to it. It's our first day there. And there's this tree, probably about 6 inches in diameter, right? It just fell over the
Yeah.
the slope.
Do you still have the
You know,
video?
And we're like, dude, bet you could jump that tree. it's
saw the
literally
video?
it's literally the same size around as like my arm. You know, and you're like, bet you could jump that tree, bro.
Well then, but then Caleb like jumped it right and then like fell.
Yeah, he jumped in and then fell, yeah. I
You
still
he
have the
said,
video,
Bet
yes.
you can or bet you can't.
Bet you can't.
It's just a bunny hop, dog.
Yeah,
I know I couldn't do it.
it's great times.
You know what almost scared me more than anything in skateboarding? Not the big ramps. That was actually, I mean, not huge ones, but, 6 to 10 foot I would do. But like, I don't know why this scared me so. I was so scared of hitting my shin on something. And I was scared of like going up to a rail and letting the board go underneath the rail, but me jumping over the rail and landing back on the board. I was so scared of clipping my
me
shin
too.
on the rail, dude.
Me
Well,
too,
hey,
dude.
shin hits hurt, man.
They do, dude. That was the worst part about street skating for me, like doing stuff on curbs and stuff. I didn't want to ollie and like miss my left foot, my front foot on the skateboard and just smack my shin.
We've all got oh man, you know when you've rode on a board for like a year, maybe a year and a half, and you desperately need a new one. You've been doing way too many manuals, you know, like right on the back wheels, to where the point to the back of your skateboard is like a razor blade.
Yeah.
It's like polished down to a sharp edge. We've all taken one of those to the middle of the calf, and that is the worst.
Wait, are you taking the Razor scooters?
No,
No.
no. I was saying when you do a manual on a skateboard and the wood gets like carved down to where the back of the skateboard is sharp.
Oh yeah, I don't know that. I'm sorry, I was turning on the lights, so I didn't hear. What was the worst pain in the world to me was the Razor scooter where you try and spin it and hit your freaking ankle.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
that's why
That
I never
was-
owned a scooter. It
that-
happened
yeah.
to me once.
I think
and
that
denounced scooters.
very well might be the greatest pain I've ever
Dude.
experienced on planet.
I scooted for a while. It was during my skateboarding times, but you know how I had that ramp at my house, the little like roll into the half pipe or the quarter pipe?
Mm-hmm.
I would scooter on that bitch. I would drop in on the roll in and go up the half pipe and do a little 180 jump and land back down. Dude, that was fun.
And by the time that me and Randall were good enough friends to where he would let me come over to his house and ride on his little homemade half pipe thing, but he'd be by the time I was old by the time we were good enough friends to do that, we were dropping on the half pipe. He's like, all right, dude, yeah, so we can skate on this as long as you want. Just avoid like the whole left side because it's kind of caved at the moment.
It's kind of rotting now, so we just
Wheels,
gotta like
you drove over it and your wheel would go into it.
instead of actually using the whole thing, you just gotta turn on the one side and stay over here.
Yeah.
God, that thing. The crazy thing is that thing got rebuilt like 3 times
Yeah.
because of where it was at. When we first built it, it was so crude, and like it was literally just pieces of plywood screwed
Mhm.
together. Like it was just one piece of plywood going down to like 3 flat ones, to one going back up at a slightly more higher angle than the first one.
Dude,
And
think
then
about
my brother-in-law got a bunch of wood because he was working at Lowe's then, and he got a bunch of like leftover plywood and 2x4s and stuff, and he came over and we built that whole thing.
Nice.
And then my dad had to redo it again. Like we had to take the top off, or he just added to it.
Dude, think about the amount of trust that our parents had to have in us. Like, cause when we're skateboarding, you're like, yeah, this is a drop in, on the half pipe. I've seen this done by Bam Margera 25 times, like I can do this, I practice, I know I can do this. But from a parent's perspective, your kid is on top of a 15-foot death drop, just standing on the edge, and he just falls forward and just goes down it, and you're like, what the hell's happening?
I've never. I could never skateboard, so I never skateboarded growing up.
Well, your center of gravity's halfway to the moon, so
That's true. that's a valid point.
Really could. Now I can longboard pretty well, I guess I would say.
Longboarding's where it's at, dude. That's a good summer activity.
That is a good summer activity.
You should.
In fact, I'm bold enough to say right now that might be one of the best summer activities.
Man,
well, I really like doing it in where I want to do it. I haven't done it before. I was going to say I like doing it, but where I want to do it. I
also like doing it where I want to do it.
Is on the parking garage. Just start at the top and just go down the whole thing.
Man, I'd love to go down.
And then there's an elevator at the bottom. I just hop on the elevator, ride all the way back up.
Yeah,
that's the cheap way. Yeah,
I would love to go to Venice Beach and just longboard around Venice Beach. That'd be great.
Absolutely, that would be when we took the pennies that one summer to Galveston.
Yeah,
dude, that's one of the craziest stories to this day still. Or Sean, and Caleb were riding our penny boards along the seawall in Galveston.
Oh, that was probably a blast,
dude! It was so fun. We were chilling, and like we're just cruising, and then all of a sudden we just hear, which Caleb was behind us all, and he had hit a pebble.
Someone hitting a rock.
Yeah, he hit a pebble, and his wheels locked up, and so he busted it. But when he fell, he shot his penny board, and it shot across the road. On the
like
seawall, dude. Bro,
6 lanes of traffic.
And I'm talking, it was packed, bro. Like there was traffic going. It went under like 4 cars all the way across. And someone was standing on the other side and picked it up and just held it up and was like, "Let's go!"
That was great, dude.
That's one of like the most epic things ever that happened during my skateboarding life.
I would never
that's one of my favorite things in the world is like when like strangers get hyped with you over something small like that, you know? Like it could be like
it was like a group of 4 of them. They were just like they just all threw their hands up. Let's go.
Yeah. Like if you're like I don't know, like if you're at a bar, you're drinking a beer, you flip the can, it stands up whenever you throw it, and everyone's like, you know what I mean? Like when people get excited over small stuff and like everyone's just happy together, I love that shit, dude.
Yeah, that was one of like the best. And I remember because we were so pumped up, and Caleb was like, "Oh my god!" And we ran up to the light and ran back across, and they gave us the skateboard and everything. Oh, it was so tight.
What if they would have been like, "Ha!" and then got in their car and stole your penny board?
They just drop it and start riding off. There would have been a hot chase.
Yeah. Since I'm brewmaster this episode, let's throw one back for the boys and the boys bladies who have ever eaten it on a half pipe.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's throw one back.
I mean, I've never eaten it on a half pipe, but I imagine I'll drink for all those who have.
Andrew, Andrew's gonna drink for all the boys and bladies who have eaten it on a ripstick. So that's what he'll do.
Oh man.
And whoever went to Gander Mountain to buy their airsoft guns, the $1,500 M4 automated submachine gun.
It's more expensive
tactical
than an
edition
M4.
John Wick movie promotional airsoft gun.
Dude, the one I got was actually modeled after again from a movie. That's pretty funny. I forget I forget what movie it was. It was like freaking Rambo or something like that. You know what I mean?
What movie was around when we were like 11?
I don't know.
Alien versus Predator,
like that. Yeah. I don't know. When did the first Taken come out? Like 2011?
Probably like 2008,
maybe
something like that. Seems like a century ago.
You know what I saw the other day that blew my mind? Transformers is 14 years old.
What?
Oh my god.
15 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is Shia LaBeouf? He's not.
Oh, he's
is he
gotta
in
How
his
old was
30s?
he when he made that movie?
I think
When he
had to
made
be, like, 20
Transformers,
something.
he was probably like 20 something. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way he's almost 40.
Yeah, dude. Yes, there is a way he's almost 40.
Are you serious? That's crazy.
I just remember Shia LaBeouf. He's like one of my favorite dudes ever. I just remember.
Oh, Shia
I
LaBeouf is
saw-
my spirit animal, dude.
Yeah, I saw a news article come out, and he was like, it says, Shia LaBeouf fined $5 million after he called the bartender a quote racist bitch end quote.
Bro,
Shia LaBeouf gives no shits about anything.
absolutely not. The video of him that came out during the pandemic, whenever they were doing like a reading of some script, like a bunch of these actors and actresses, and he was like, they're all in their homes and like all dressed nice and
Like,
made
he was,
up
like,
and stuff. And
messed
he
up.
was just smoking a joint out in his car in a freaking wife beater, just absolutely vibing. And then it got to his line, and he wasn't even looking into the camera. He was like looking out the windshield of his car. And I was like, dude, this man is the best. Literally, people were like, how many fucks does Shia LaBeouf give? 0.
What was the Just Do It thing that came out for like the longest time?
Oh yeah,
That was like right when
his
he was
motivational speech.
Yeah, he was like in his weird phase of, I think he was, addicted to drugs or something. He was going through something.
Dude,
And
that's not
he
a
was
weird
just-
phase.
Well,
That's
yeah, not
just
for
Shia
actors.
LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Just
But he was like, yeah, he was just doing all this random stuff, and it was like a inspirational thing or whatever he was trying to do. Because that's not the only, he does like this whole speech. It's like a 45-minute speech, and that was the one thing that came from it.
Well, that was like the most popular thing that came out ever. Almost, it seems like. Everyone still uses it.
I think it's also one of the, I know it's Nike's slogan, but I think it's one of the most motivational 3-word lines of all time.
But I think
I've never been more motivated. I actually did 20 push-ups when I watched.
I think Shia LaBeouf did it way
Literally.
better than the multi-billion-dollar company of Nike does it.
Absolutely, he did. There's no question about that. And you think about it, you're in any situation, it could be, except for, maybe like when you're debating on whether doing something bad or doing something bad, you shouldn't just do one of them. But you're like, oh God, I really want to go talk to that girl.
Business?
I really want to go talk to that girl. She's really hot. Just do it. You know what I mean?
Just do it.
Nike really should have taken advantage of that.
Be dreams.
Like paid Shia LaBeouf a bunch of money to take it from him, and then
Didn't they do that?
Like the
Didn't they
cranberry juice guy.
Did they not do that?
Singing Fleetwood Mac on the longboard.
Yeah.
They should have
How
made
in the
shoes
world-
with Shia LaBeouf on it.
How in the world did he get how do you get famous from that? But like all the stuff we make, we don't get famous from.
Well, you know why he got famous is because there's an entire generation who doesn't know who Fleetwood Mac is. And everybody was like, this is a vibe. Who is that? Who sings that song? And then it blew up.
No, that's different. This is Steamy Nicks.
It's when you leave a hot log in the toilet for someone else to come see.
In the top of the toilet at your friend's house.
I do that a lot.
That's a fact.
Edit that out.
No, I get that. Yeah, I
Dude,
followed
have you
him.
ever thought
at,
about how rude that would be to do?
just leave a hot log at
No.
your friend's house?
Just shit in the top of someone's toilet, and then they had to
On the
clean it?
top of the toilet.
Like no, you take
like
the lid
those
off the
people-
What's
toilet.
wrong with you?
It's like those guys
Into-
that used to dump in the urinals at school.
Oh,
I
God.
hate those kids, man.
That's
But no, I'm
disgusting.
talking about like if you're at someone's house that you really just despise, and you take the lid off their toilet and you take a dump in the top of the toilet.
Oh,
Where the tank is?
no, in the tank?
Yeah, I think you just get like a spatula and just kind of fish it over to the little spout, and then you push the handle down so it goes through the hole.
No,
Well,
that's not what
imagine
you have
having to
drain
clean
that whole
that.
thing.
Yeah,
You
like
have to drain it. You got to turn the water off to it, clean it.
then you gotta get
clean
a
everything.
grocery bag, grab their turds out of there.
No, man, you just
Absolutely
flush
you
it.
do.
You just flush it, and then clean water comes in, and then you just flush it a couple more times until it's clean.
No,
I
that's not how it works.
mean, do you clean the regular toilet bowl every time you take a dump?
No, but I clean it.
No, but
fairly
I don't
often.
dump into the tank.
It's the same difference, but you're not gonna eat out of there.
No, but it has to
But-
be clean, dude.
in order to
Why?
clean the toilet when you flush.
But why does that have to be cleaned and the regular toilet bowl doesn't?
You have to
Because
clean the
you flush
toilet
it
bowl
with
every
clean
now and
water.
then.
Yeah, but clean water comes back into the bowl.
Yeah, okay, let's
Because
imagine
it
really
comes in
quickly.
the tank.
Let's imagine really quickly there's a
Exactly.
nice,
Clean water comes back
girthy
into the tank.
7-inch log of
From the
poo in
wall.
the tank of your toilet, okay? Just
Mhm.
picture that. They're just floating. And all this fecal matter is just spreading out across the top layer of the water, okay?
You flush it,
Right?
and
You
then
flush
clean water
it.
comes in.
Right, but you flush it and all of this water drains out. But as it's draining out, all of the fecal matter that's on the top surface is getting attached to the surfaces that are going, as the water drains. All the piping and the metal and the sides and everything.
Yeah, but what's
And then
still
and
in
then-
there.
And then it empties and it just fills back up with fresh water and all that fecal matter just stays on top of the water.
how's that
and it
different than
just
your
keeps
toilet
happening.
bowl?
Because your toilet bowl gets cleaned with the clean water from the tank.
Because your
And
toilet
the
bowl is
tank
also
cleaned with the clean water from the wall.
okay.
Yes,
it's
but there's a log in the tank right now.
You push it through the flap. When you flush, it opens the flap. You know how a toilet works? You open the flap, push the turd through there with your bare
Okay.
hand, and
The
you get
difference-
right
All right, I'm
go.
gonna shit in the top of your toilet, and then you'll know what we're talking
The
about.
difference is
Just
that
because
whenever-
I'm arguing doesn't mean I want it to happen.
the difference is that when you flush the toilet, water is shot out at angles and spinning around the toilet bowl, right? It's wiping as much as it can off. When the tank fills back up, it fills back up from the bottom slowly AF.
That's fine.
It's not being shot out with jets like a freaking hot tub.
I
That's
mean-
cleaning all of these surfaces. It's
I
filling
mean,
back up slowly. I have changed many a toilets in my life. Trust me.
Me too. I'm not an advocate for shatting in the back half of the toilet. I'm just saying.
Would you enjoy cleaning
I'm
it?
just saying
That's
it's
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
water.
Like, have you ever thought about how much
Yeah, but
work
it
would have
still
to go
has
into
to be cleaned. Everything has to be cleaned in it. That's why toilets fail so much because people don't clean that shit. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Also, I would like to apologize sincerely to my mother for having to clean the toilets after me for my entire childhood.
And after me.
Yeah, and
I know.
after you mostly. And
was-
actually my cousin. Will, I'm calling you out, brother.
I was
Having
what
to
I was
clean the
thinking about the other day is
toilets
like when I
after
have
us.
kids, what I'm not excited for is like potty training them and where they piss all over the toilet. And then you've got like dried pee on the toilet that you have to clean.
I know people still do that. So
Yeah, I know a bunch of
Yeah.
people that still do that.
Yeah, like if you go into a bar restroom, people just like apparently can't aim all of a sudden.
yeah, bro.
And
You
piss
go-
all over the walls.
okay, so this
It's
is a
'cause
different story.
people go
When
straight
you
into
go to
the water, bro. That's a rookie move.
when you go to the bar,
Yeah.
it's a
You have to
different
do it
story.
at an angle so it doesn't splash.
You go to the bar and there's just you walk in and you just hear, and that's your foot slapping a wet puddle 3 inches deep underneath both urinals. And it's just a pond of piss in there.
Well,
God,
have you
it's
ever
so disgusting.
have you ever heard of this guy, right? He won the Nobel economics prize for developing it was a sticker that looked like a fly that you'd put in urinals. So people would a guy would naturally just aim for the fly. I don't know, it's something in psychology. So they would aim for the fly, which would in turn cause less splashback, which would save you money on janitorial cleaning expenses. So it saved, he did this study and it saved hundreds of millions of dollars in janitors because people were peeing on a fly sticker.
I feel like
Men
It's a
are
true
so
story.
simple,
Look
bro.
it
We're
up.
such simple beings.
It's a true story. Look it up.
I was having this about this talk with my sister-in-law last week about how from just such a young age, boys find farts funny. Because my nephew, I mean, as soon as he understood what was happening, what a fart was, he laughed at it immediately as soon as it came out of him. He would fart and then be like,
let me break down the
I
circle.
think it's just the word fart. It's funny.
Let
Well,
me
no,
break
'cause
down
he
the
says
circle of
two.
farts for you. Let me break it down. So you, like Randall's saying, you grow up as a kid and farts are funny all the time, right? And then you get a little bit older, and then farts are only funny between you and your friends, and then you get a little bit older and then they're just not as funny anymore. And then you meet your wife and then farts are just funny again, Farts are funny again, and then you get a little bit older and then farts are not funny because then farts can sometimes not be farts and then the circle just completes itself.
There's also the phase where it's not funny unless you're with your friends. Also, is the same phase where you find out that girls also fart.
Exactly.
You know, and you're like, oh,
And you sniff them.
oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
why does this smell like flowers but also fart?
Well,
You
the thing that cracked me up the other day, because I was thinking about this the other day, not with farts, but we're driving to that great grandma's for Easter, and this person's got one of those weird, like, kind of palm trees that grows like these weird looking things off of it. Not the actual leaves, like they're kind of like other stems off of it. But they had
Great
trimmed this
description.
palm tree, and it just looked like a penis. And I go, "Look, Dad, it's a penis." And then we both laughed.
Yeah, it's just
My dad's-
primal.
My dad's about to be 50. I'm 24, and we were just laughing at that this palm tree looked like a penis.
A
It's
penis.
true. I mean, it's just like some primal instinct in our DNA that's just like, farts are funny.
It actually
I would
predates
also-
the cavemen,
Yeah, literally.
all the way back to the first dinosaurs.
I would also like to point out that farts are still sometimes not. Actually, farts are funnier sometimes because of the fact that you don't know whether it's a fart or not.
It's just like a meter, you know. It's like funny, not funny, funny, dangerous.
Dude,
You know.
you want me to expose myself real
Funny, not
quick?
funny, funny,
Let me
dangerous.
let me expose myself real quick.
Sorry, Andrew, real quick. There's three things that can happen to a pair of boxers: you grow out of them, they rip, or you shart at them. There's three things that can happen to a pair of boxers, and that's right there.
Well, you also have to
Some people live long.
replace them every now
What
and
is
then.
the saying? What is the
You
saying
either-
about villains?
You either oh god,
You either become a hero
you either
or live long
hero,
enough to
or you
become
live
a-
long enough
or
to
see yourself become a
the villain. Yeah.
Oh,
You either
so-
become a boxer or you live long enough to get shit in.
So this happened. This happened one time in college. And Jill, if you hear this, don't get disgusted. Okay. I was walking around my apartment, and I was the only one home, so I was in the nude, and
Oh no.
and I'm in the kitchen, and I feel like I have to fart. So, but I can't fart. So I was like, I do, what you do whenever you're just like by yourself, you don't care.
You just
I
squat
spread
down a
my-
little bit.
No, I spread my cheeks and push.
Wait, no, I've never done that.
You never done that?
You squat down. Natural physiology spreads your cheeks for you, brother. You don't reach back there and grab them.
I spread my cheeks and push, and I felt one squirt of diarrhea.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Pardon my French.
It hit the ground.
If I needed to fart and I reached back and spread my cheeks
Oh my god.
and pushed.
I did what any human does. I reach back there and spread my butt cheeks and just push with all my might. Just shit on my living room floor.
I've done that once though, not to spread my cheeks with my hands part and push, but
God.
I was sitting on we had just gotten our living room
Look,
carpet
man,
replaced
we've,
too.
we've all thrown a pair of boxers away in a JCPenney's. Like,
Absolutely. In fact, I've done it in JCPenney's and Macy's.
yeah.
There was one time I did something similar where we had just gotten our living room carpet replaced, dude.
No, dude.
Dude, Sean will know what I'm talking about, but I was sitting on the couch in our living room.
Wait,
and I was
okay,
like-
so I'm not trying to call you out, but I feel like the last time you got your living room carpet replaced was when we were like 16 years old. So this wasn't that long ago.
Well, no, we were probably like 14, yeah.
Okay.
I was like straight up, I was sitting on the couch watching TV and I was like, oh God, I really got to take a dump. But I didn't want to go, because I was like super comfortable and watching TV and stuff. And then it comes to that point where it just hits you and you're like, oh, and you get up and your cheeks are just like squished together because you're trying not to let anything out, right?
They're oddly lubricated.
Yeah. And I'm basically waddling as fast as I'm like the Usain Bolt of penguins. Okay, imagine.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
have to
just-
glide because you don't want to balance it out.
Right, exactly. And I'm
Between your butt cheeks feel sweaty, but you hadn't moved in 20 minutes.
and I get to the edge of I get right to where the carpet meets the kitchen, and I was just like, oh and I farted, but it wasn't a fart, and there was a little turd that slipped out of my shorts and fell right on the carpet, dude.
God, man.
And I was
hearing
like,
y'all stories.
I can't wait to clean it up, bro. And I had to go and take a dump and then change and go back and clean the turd up off the living room carpet.
Man,
It was really small though. It was like an inch.
I would hate for it to be in carpet, man.
And the carpet was white. I had to like soap the carpet.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was a bad day.
Sean, you never shat on the floor?
no, man. Hearing y'all stories, I've done the business in my pants before, but I've never just let one fall from 4 feet.
Okay,
Just
I
straight
wasn't
onto some
naked. I
hardwood.
want to reiterate that I wasn't laying around naked in my house. I had shorts on, but it was basketball shorts. Also,
Well-
after that day, I wore boxer briefs from there on out. No
Well,
more boxers.
I think mine was my own doing. You know?
It's literally
Literally,
the cover art for the
it's
Green
your
Day
own
album
doing.
Dookie.
Yeah, it is.
Nuclear bomb going
Yeah.
off.
So you don't have a doo-doo story like that, Sean?
I got plenty of doo-doo stories. It's not free fall doo-doo stories. I mean, I've never had hang time on my dookie. Like a parajumper checking his
God, I can't get
altimeter
this
before
phlegm
he
out of my throat
splatters.
today.
God, man, this is a summer Pilsner beer, and we've just been talking about dookie in our pants for half the podcast. I apologize.
When you're at the neighborhood
Beer will
pool,
make you do that.
when you're at the neighborhood pool and you gotta dry off so you can sit on the toilet, or if you're just gonna be wet sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, just at the
Okay.
community center,
Well,
shitting in the water.
I think last week we forgot to do this little part. Andrew did at the beginning of this one, but I think it was kind of apparent last week where we would have drank the beer, but we got to get to the point where we see ourselves drinking this.
Yeah.
I think Andrew's was a pretty solid statement of what I see myself doing, or what I could see myself doing.
I'd also like to point out that on this summer Pilsner, the dude on the front kind of looks like Randall.
Because of the
I
stash.
would like to point that out. Stash, beard, hair, body shape, everything.
That's St. Arnold, dude.
The robe.
Yeah, but this is the coolest St. Arnold. Look at him.
Yeah.
Sunshades on.
It's the shades that does it for me. Yeah.
He's the shades, the blonde hair, the beard.
I'll give it to you.
I don't
Randall,
know.
can you grow a big, massive beard out? I mean, you could grow a mean mustache. Can you grow a beard?
So the issue is that the part that connects my mustache to my beard, you can kind of see it in this my camera right here, but like this part right here doesn't really grow in right by my lip, the edge of my lip. So it's like mustache, beard, and then there's a gap here. But I mean, I can grow it. Yeah.
My only main bald spot is like right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse
That's what
me.
you're talking about.
I would like to interject. Just
Okay.
saying that like when you taste this beer, does it really take you somewhere? Because for me, it's not really taking me anywhere. Like it's not taking me to the beach. It's not taking me to like a campfire. It's just taking me to a light Pilsner beer. Does that make sense?
Mine was my backyard mowing, dude, and Joe bringing me out a beer. Like,
No,
it
that's the
doesn't have
St.
to
Arnold
take you somewhere.
lawnmower, dude.
No,
That's where you drink that one.
I mean, that's
No,
fair. That's a fair
you're just
statement.
using the name.
No, I mean, here's what I feel with this is it's like, I mean, it's like 95 degrees outside, right? I'm across the street over at our neighbors. Yeah, well, that's a slow day for Texas summer. We're across the street over at my neighbors, and they're having like a little shindig.
This is like a holiday get together, or not? It doesn't even
Not
have to
a
be
holiday, just like a
It's just
weekend.
a get together beer.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
everyone's
you
over
can have
there
this on the
and
4th of July.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if I
I'm
would say
using
it's a
that one.
4th of July beer, but
That's
it's
a
more
summer
like
summer holiday get together. I'm taking
I
that
wouldn't
4th of
call it.
July.
Okay, well you can have that. I wouldn't call it like a 4th of July beer, but I would definitely see because 4th of July I think about like staying up really late. You know?
Okay, fine.
Do you
This
have
is
a
my-
beer
this
that's
is
just
my
straight
5th of
red,
July
white, and
beer.
blue for you then?
Budweiser.
Keystone Light.
Keystone Light. I mean, I think that
Busch.
like when it gets nighttime, I like to have like I prefer darker beers. You know what I mean?
Honestly, this is a day drinking beer for me.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
Yeah.
I'm across the street. Our neighbor has like cooked a brisket and just invited us and like his family over and stuff, and we're all out there chilling, hanging out, and I'm drinking these. That's the vibe I'm getting.
This is a go to your neighbor's house eat food, and watch a UFC fight beer.
Dude, if
That's
my
what this
neighbor,
is.
Yes.
if my neighbor or
But
a
once the
crawfish
UFC
boil,
fight starts,
if he's got a
I'm
crawfish
switching to
boil
something else
going
because
on,
it's dark outside.
crawfish boil.
Absolutely. I would like to point out. I know that's not relevant to this episode, but when I was cooking crawfish on Easter Sunday, I was drinking Crawford Bock.
Amen,
I'd like
brother.
to point out how to throw it back to last week's episode.
Amen, brother. There we go. Okay, well, I mean that's all kind of the similar vibe. Middle of the day, outside.
It's definitely a day drinking beer.
Yeah,
I agree.
like y'all said, it's very like obviously it's not hydrating, but it feels very hydrating. You know,
It does. It does feel it.
it's very smooth,
It's
very
really
light.
good.
I think I'm gonna stick with my rating of a 6.4, just because.
Really?
Listen, I love the beer. I don't want to say that the beer is bad. All I'm saying is that it's not as pilsnery as I like my
So
pilsners.
you're just hitting them for the nick on the label, like.
Yeah, that's the same reason that I went low on the Dreamsicle. I liked the Dreamsicle beer that we did, but it didn't taste like Dreamsicle.
Hear me out, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw
but
some.
the title. Oh, that was the title of the beer. Not the
I'm gonna
You
throw
have
some shade.
IPAs that taste completely different. You have pilsners that taste completely different. You have ales that taste completely different. So
I agree with Andrew.
But here's the thing: is like my favorite pilsner is probably like an 8.5 that I've had so far. You know what I mean?
Pilsners are probably one of the best beers out there.
I love pilsners, but my favorite one that I've had is probably like an 8.5 on my scale. And I don't feel like this matches up to my other pilsners. It's still a really good beer. I can't rate it,
I wanna throw some shade at St. Arnold's for a second. I know it's a craft beer. We don't mass manufacture these beers. But I would probably rate this like a 9.4. But I'm taking points off for the price of the beer. And the fact that they didn't put in the time to make this a twist off, and I had to go find a bottle opener mid podcast. So that's part of my reasoning.
So are you keeping yours the same too?
I'm actually going to raise it by 0.2.
Okay, 8.8.
You know what?
About you, Andrew?
No.
What?
No. I want it to be a 9. Honestly, it's just light and okay. So it doesn't bring out any like tasteful, like super tasteful flavors, that you're like, wow, this tastes really good. Tastes like smoked paprika, like it doesn't taste like anything in particular, but it has like just enough taste, but it's also just light enough to where you could drink probably 12 of them to drink all day, So I'm gonna give it a 9. Actually, I really like it, just because I could see myself drinking more than 6 of them in a sitting,
I mean, I have purchased this beer myself once. My brother has brought it over once, and somebody else has bought me it before, and I have drank it all times.
I was actually kind of curious about trying this beer because it is the beginning of April and we're drinking a summer pilsner, and I was, but I was like, we
had to do what we could do.
It's not bad. Yeah,
We had to do what we could
Andrew was a little out of season,
I almost grabbed another summer beer, and then I also grabbed another like Mexican style beer.
Hey, they do,
but we did like the little cella, Viva Cella, all the cellas. So I was like, we've done a lot of Mexican styles. Let me take a break from that for a second.
We did the, like you just said, with the cellas. Why don't we go grab a Springbok while they're still in season?
I think that's something we should definitely do.
Is there a thing called that?
Yeah, St. Arnold Springbok.
It's a St. Arnold Springbok, yeah.
Oh,
while we still get our hands on it, we should throw that one in the mix.
I didn't know you could do that. What is that one? I want to try. It's got a weird name, starts with L, and it's a summer shandy with lemon.
Leinenkugel.
Leinenkugel, yeah.
We'll do that during summer for sure.
I want to try that one.
What's your final rating, Andrew? What are you gonna give it?
I think this beer deserves an 8.5.
You giving it an 8 and a 1 divided by 2?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I just need to reiterate that I don't dislike the beer. My rating seems low compared to y'all's, but I'm basing it just off the fact that it's not as pilsnery as I would like it to be.
All right, Randall. So this doesn't have to be a real rating, right? But if you still got some beer left, I want you to close your eyes and take a sip right now.
I mean, if we're going just based off taste,
No,
it's going to be an
wait. Hold on a second. Just close your eyes, take a sip, and just feel the beer. You can keep your rating the same, but just imagine you're drinking something else. Just based off flavor alone, what are you rating it?
I mean,
No. Just based off flavor alone.
I'd give it an 8.2. 8.2.
I'm not disrespecting. I respect your rating. I'm just saying, based off flavor, what you think.
Yeah. It's a really good beer. I think anyone should try it. Fun label. Like we said, it's very Eastery, pastel colored. It almost gives me like an Austin Powers vibe. It's kind of like
which it's Eastery, but it has nothing to do with Easter whatsoever.
Yeah, kind of odd. But it's also out around Easter, so maybe they kind of, are trying to draw two crowds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're getting the old twofer.
The old 2-for-1 special.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. All right, well, it's that time of the podcast where we tell you to go follow us on Twitter at Off the Tap Pod, on Instagram at Off the Tap Podcast. Facebook is Off the Tap Podcast, and our Patreon.
Literally everything is Off the Tap Podcast.
Yep. It is also patreon.com/Off the Tap Podcast if you want to support us.
Isn't one of them Off the Tap Pod?
Well, I said that. That's the Twitter. Off the Tap Pod. Yeah.
There you go.
And yeah, Twitter's probably the best place to contact us. It's our most active one. But oh man, I always hate doing this part, but love doing it. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't getting dirty,
you ain't getting far enough.
Not far enough.